In this video, we're going to be talking about how hypothyroidism is linked to weight gain. Hey guys, everywhere that I see hypothyroidism is a real struggle. So many women and people are struggling with this and it needs to change. What I want to dial in today on this episode is talking about thyroid's role in weight gain, because one of the symptoms of hypothyroidism is weight gain. So why can that be? What's going on biochemically that could be influencing that? Well, we know with hypothyroid, low thyroid function can lower BMR. This is your basal metabolic rate. And what this is how many calories you need at rest to do all the things like breathing and your brain and cardiovascular, keeping your heart up. These are the things that are foundational and you just can't get by. But when you have a lower thyroid function, you need less energy, less calories at rest, which means that even if you keep your diet the same, that means you'll have technically more calories that might be packed away into fat cells and saved for a rainy day. There's quite a couple of theories. We really don't know the exact biochemical pathway and reasons of why hypothyroidism and weight gain are so intertwined. But we do know that thyroid hormone does play a role in creating fat and also breaking down fat. So that could play a role as well with weight gain. Thyroid hormone does play a role in carbohydrate metabolism. The thyroid hormone can induce the breakdown of glycogen, which is your stored glucose thing that's found in like your liver and your skeletal muscle. And it can also help create glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, like from protein, fancy term of gluconeogenesis. So that could also be a relationship. And then another relationship could also be an insulin resistance and blood sugar imbalance as well. And that is very much seen in people who might be struggling to lose weight. And another reason that could be happening is that with hypothyroidism, there could be an extra accumulation of salt and water. Low thyroid function decreases your body temperature, which influences water retention. So no one really exactly knows what could be going on, but it could be a couple of these things, one of these things. All we know is that weight gain is a symptom of hypothyroidism. So how can you improve your hypothyroidism and the weight gain part of it? Well, let's start with nutrition, because nutrition is one of the biggest foundational things that you do need to start with. And if you are struggling with Hashimoto's, which is the autoimmune hypothyroid, avoiding gluten is probably one of the biggest things. Here I'll link up a video that will talk about the gluten and Hashimoto's connection there. But if you are just trying to dial in your diet, eat real food, avoiding gluten can sometimes be really helpful because it forces you to avoid anything really processed. It helps you focus on more veggies, more legumes, more protein, things of that nature. I've also seen clinically a lot of people do really well with avoiding dairy and soy, and sometimes even grains. Not every person, it's very individualized, but some people do really well with it and feel really good. And of course, refined sugar, of just making sure that you are getting more of a nutrient-dense diet. That is the goal, especially in the beginning of your journey. You can also look into food sensitivity testing, which is what we do here in our practice, to ensure that we are taking out foods that are healthy, but maybe to you and your body, it's inflammatory. So we do look at that as well. And supplement-wise, I would encourage a multivitamin. That is really essential for proper thyroid hormone function to ensure that you don't have any nutritional deficiencies. We can look at each person and do micronutrient tests and really dive into their individual deficiencies and helping them supplement and focus on foods that are high in that nutrient. But a multivitamin is helpful to cover your bases. And then number 3 is reducing your stress, because the adrenal thyroid relationship is strong. And when your body is pumping out cortisol, which is your stress hormone, this comes from your hypothalamus and pituitary in our brain. And that connection basically, tells your adrenals like, hey, this is really stressful. We need to pump out more cortisol. This is the same place though that talks to your thyroid. Your hypothalamus pituitary talk to your thyroid. So there is an association that stress can slow down the thyroid hormone production, and stress can also affect the conversion between T4 to T3. T4 isn't active. T3 is your active thyroid hormone. That's what's interacting with the cells. So if you're having issues with, because you're really stressed out, that will cause a conversion issue from T4 to T3. And even side note, adrenal issues can also cause weight gain. So that's why it's kind of hard to sometimes, like, this is exactly why I'm not losing weight, but it's more so a relationship of your hormones in general. So there's commonly a relationship with adrenals and thyroid and all of it put together. So if you need to reduce your stress, make sure you are scheduling in time for doing something that you love. While you are wanting to lose weight, especially if weight gain is the issue, you want to get your body moving, but sometimes those high intensity interval trainings, intense exercise, chronic cardio, they're not always ideal. Sometimes the gentle but active, like walking and yoga, those might be better options for you, and that's definitely okay as well. Resistance training is also really wonderful to helping you increase your muscle and burn more fat. So that's also great, but it's very individual based on how you are feeling and what brings you joy. If you need more help in your journey, feel free to book a discovery call with our team to ensure that you are getting the proper care that you deserve in your nutrition with our team of dietitians and nutritionists who are fantastic at really honing in on hormone health and creating the perfect diet for you.